So one of the next things that I want to do, I want to start next after we get the wheel bearings for the wheels, which we're going to do today. We're going to look for them. I'm going to start replacing some of these boards that are holding that up. So there's a bunch of places where we've ripped them out, and you can see like there's supposed to be a board there. There's supposed to be a board going. When I say board, I mean whatever this like 1x kind of stuff is. And then start, patching this stuff up, rebuilding the bones and the skeleton, so to speak. So that way, at least this thing can move from here to Wilmington, North Carolina, which is where we're planning to pull it. And I'd rather pull it while it's like strong,
so it doesn't blow apart.
So it doesn't literally blow itself apart. That's kind of what we're thinking is next steps. And then, maybe once we get settled there, we'll be able to build it out a little bit more. But yeah. So eventually we're going to be putting all new tires on this before we pull it. And Kelly wants some cool like chrome wheels with a nice little hubcap and stuff eventually. But for the time being, just to get it there, what I'm going to do is just replace the wheel bearing. So I have this wheel actually already off, as you can see here. So I have it sitting on a jack stand right now. But this is the inside here. So I've already taken the hub out, and I've got it with me. We're going to take it to Advanced Auto, and I'm going to see what kind of, if I can put a new wheel bearing right there on that, re-grease and then repack it. The trailer brakes seem to be working, they're functional. So I'm just going to leave everything as it is. We'll put new tires on these wheels just to get it down the road and get it started. And then once we save up some more money, we'll go and put the cute wheels and tires on it. But that's the plan right now. So repack 1, 2, and then 2 on the other side, wheel bearings, so that way it can at least roll and be functional. So here's what I'm talking about when I say the hub. This is the actual hub itself that the wheel bolts to right here. And then inside that is the bearing that I'm gonna try to replace. So we're gonna take this to Advance. We're gonna try to see what kind of new bearings and new grease we can repack and then replace that, and should be good to go. Sitting on this little bearing. Well, I mean, there's 4 of them. You can see this little ring in there. This is what all this weight's sitting on. The reason I want to bring this into Advance is because I don't want to mess up and order this online and it be the wrong size. So I want them to see if I can find one that's this exact size. There's one on the inside too.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
I don't want to get you all greasy and dirty. Those look a lot better.
Yeah.
Golly. Okay. Will do, man. Hey, thank you, James. Appreciate it. All right, so we just got 4 bearings, new races, bearing grease, a race driver bearing kit thing, and wheel grease to repack all the bearings. So that should make it safe to roll down the road, and that's one problem checked off the list. We got 1,000 more, but it's one down. What are you doing?
Trying to find a color in between these two.
The color you want the inside of the camper to be?
I wanted to have like touches of this and touches of this, because this is the outside of the camper.
Touches here. Done. Got touches of that. I got touches of that. We're fine, right?
Not what I meant.
All right, so you saw earlier we got all that stuff. So here's where we're at right now. Here's the hub or drum. I've been calling it hub, whatever. Here's the new race. Here's the old bearing that came out. Check this out. Here's why we replaced this. Look at that. It's got a nice big chunk out of it right here. So what Kelly has now is she has the wheel grease, and she's repacking the new bearings. So I'm trying to put grease in those. So that's what our camper's weight is gonna be sitting on while it's driving. So we're going to grab my little race driver kit that's gonna help me beat that right back into place. Our seat there. So we gotta do this for all 4 hubs, and that's completely new bearings, repacking the bearings that are in there, so it should be good. Booyah, right, Kelly?
Am I doing this right?
Look excited.
This feels and kind of looks like earwax.
Feels like earwax?
Look at it. It doesn't even look
How much earwax do you have, Kelly? You look like my earwax.
Okay.
Ew. Nasty. All right, so that's pretty much it. Got them repacked in there real good. So that was number 1 of 4. We've got 3 more to go. We'll probably fast forward through all that. The new races and new wheel bearings in, and then we'll grease it up. We'll pack that full of that grease when we actually put this guy back on the wheel, put the castle nut on, and it will all bolt together. That's what I'm trying to say. That one should roll again.
Should. If we did it right.
Or it'll burst into fiery flames going down the interstate, right, Kelly?
Cute.
Okay. All right, this is wheel bearing set number 2. Gotta say, oh shoot, oh crap. Okay, I gotta say, if you are gonna take on this project and replace some wheel bearings in a trailer, I highly recommend getting this little bearing and race driver set. So this has a series of different sizes that will act kind of as the bearing and sit into the race and allow you to set it right in, and then gently tap it with the hammer there. And it'll set it down perfectly in there. If you want to go cheap, I think you can get a socket and drive this down, but be very careful not to damage any part of that race, because that is where the bearings are going to go. But hey, this has been really, really helpful, and I think it's cool, and I think maybe you should try it if you're going to be taking on this endeavor. All right, here's the aftermath. So finally, these are all the old bearings. Ew, nasty. And here's 2 of the new ones ready to go on. Here's what it looks like on the inside, guys. So here's your trailer brakes. What this is a drum system that these pads, this one and this one, push out against the inside and cause it to stop. So there's a magnet right here, and it pushes, causes that to move. So I'm gonna try to zhoosh all that back up and lubricate some things to make that work, but I'm gonna leave this open right now while I try to break those lugs. But here's where we're at. But for now, I just need to get it rolling, like I said, down the road. She should be road worthy after that. Trying one step at a time. Oh my God, hey, look at that sexy Jeep. That thing is beautiful. We've repacked all the wheel bearings and put them back on. They roll really, really well. Now, the next step is to get new tires. So. All right, so today is pretty exciting. I finally just went to Discount Tire and got basically the cheapest set, $50 a piece, tires for this thing. So out with the tires from 1998 and in with these brand new Contenders. We're gonna throw these back on, and this thing should be safe to pull. There's the hubs and everything ready. I got it sitting on jack stands right now. Should be good to go. So these puppies will go on here shortly. Pretty pumped about that. Boom, there's the new tires on. Look at all that rubber. That looks really good. Mounted up, just got them on here, screwed them into place, tighten down the lugs. Should be good. Yeah, ignore the little yellow handle there. We're parked at an apartment complex, so some kids have been running around and they've been opening the door. Dang kids. Anyways, that's to keep them out. Here they are, boom. And their side sitting on the wheels. I gotta put the little white caps back on the middle. Eventually we'll repaint those rims as well, make it look a little better. But yeah, she's got new shoes. Should be good to roll down the road. Pumped about that. Heck yeah. Dude, look at the rain.
Looks a little rough.
Yeah, the rain's got. All right, so for now, what we're gonna do, because this thing has to go on like a 600-mile road trip, I need it just to be like roadworthy first. Since we've taken so much stuff out of the inside of it, like structurally, like walls and such, I'm gonna be putting up some temporary like bracing with some 2x4s here, just so I feel better that it's not gonna like wobble going down the road or anything. New tires are on it, new wheel bearings are in it, and then I'm gonna fiddle with the trailer lights today, see if I can get power to come to the trailer lights, see if I can figure out what's going on there. So at least it's gonna be lit and it'll roll, and it shouldn't wobble. What we got here is temporary cross brace. So since we took the wall, you can kind of see on the floor, there's a wall here, and then right there. And so since that was pretty structural, the ceiling was kind of falling in a little bit. Then I put one again between there to the door frame here, just for a little extra added security. Here's what it looks like going in. There's just a 2x4 holding that ceiling up right there. And then we got this this hideous weird thing hitting up, but it's holding up all the pieces. That's the important part. So nice and sturdy. I think this will do the trick for getting it down the road. And yeah, another cool thing is I hooked it up to the truck and hooked up the trailer lights, and actually the 2 back lights are working. I don't got it going right now, but that one works and that one works. Turn signals, brake lights, everything. These little running lights I got to get replaced. They are like old school. Like turn them in. Old school lights. Look how bad. Oh shoot. Ugh. Look how bad it's corroded in there. It's real gross. I'm gonna Google search and find that guy somewhere online. Also noticed a little damage on this side that I hadn't seen before. Really, it looks like it's kind of been backed into something. But I'm thinking if we get on the inside with this, take a 2x4 and a rubber mallet, we should be able to kind of bump that back out, make it kind of form like that again, and so it doesn't look like so junky. But other than that, new tires, Haley. So should be ready to rock and roll. Pretty pumped about it. There's progress so far. Bing, bing, bing. What's that, Kelly? Yeah.